And welcome back. You thought we were gone? No, never. Well, yeah, so we've been on a bit of a break. A lot has been happening, but we are back better than ever. So
who are we?
The Three Words. We'll get there. I mean, not them, but I'll get there eventually, guys. No shade. So yeah, Aki, how are you doing?
I've been good. Thank you for asking. We've just, been rolling with the punches. Nothing new to report, but yeah, we're doing good. What about yourself?
I'm alive. A lot to talk about. Good things, big things, but yeah, no, I think I'm doing well.
Yeah, you look good.
Thanks. Okay. And how you doing, brother?
I'm good, and as you can see, we are back with the three.
Wise.
There we go. I filled it in. And we obviously have a +1 today. Our first ever honorary guest, Mama Creed, my mum Atta here.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, Mumsy. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been doing good. Got lots to talk about. Obviously, yeah, we're a bit out of practice, but hey, man, we're going to get back into the swing of things together.
When were we ever in practice?
But yeah, no, we're good.
All right. Well, in that case, oh my gosh. It's
Call 000. She's having a stroke.
Yeah. Well, in that case, take it away, Dion.
All right. So, what are you talking about, Aki, today?
Thank you so much for asking.
Yeah, and then we'll go to it. Yeah.
I have now found, I've been actually reading a book. I don't really have time in my life to read or haven't been making time to read, but I was reading Laura Roach's book of How to Build a Fashion Icon. And it talks about, of course, it's kind of like a bit of a guide to reigniting your confidence, but there was a few things in there that I thought we should definitely applies to us, and like whether it's in Creed or whether it's just in everyday life. And I thought it would be nice for us to sort of talk about all of the things that we are yet to fill you guys in on, and then we can sort of reel it in with this at the end.
No, that sounds good, bro. What about you, sis? What's on?
What am I talking about? I have been in recovery, obviously, with the announcement previously, having surgery, and just there was like just a lot I was thinking about during that time that I think would be good to talk about and share. So
awesome.
Yeah, all right. And what will you be talking about?
And then I'm going to be basically talking about competition recap. It's been a pretty hectic season for us, but in a good way. And it's kind of cool because towards the tail end of our comp run, or our recent comp run, Mum was able to be here to watch it. So timing wise, it just kind of all lined up really well. So yeah, I mean, we've debriefed after the last comp on the weekend, but it'd be interesting to kind of see, like, now that it's been a few days after, just now that the dust has kind of settled and we're just kind of focusing on moving forward with everything, what we all think and how we feel about the overall everything with the comp recaps, as well as like even Mum's take, because she's only seen like videos or rehearsal snippets that I've sent her. And for those, just to preface, for those that are unaware, like, we're originally from Brisbane. So my mum lives in Brisbane. I was born and raised there. Family's from New Zealand and stuff. Mum was still living in Brisbane at the time, but she made the trip down to Adelaide to come obviously support us, watch us perform, and then, just figuring out our next moves, as a family, as a final unit moving forward. But enough about that. Just to kind of, from my side, establish the lay of the land. Over the last 5 weeks, we've done 5 competitions, technically 6, but like as a crew, we've done 5 competitions between our opens crew competing, plus a couple of our kids competing in solo categories in their age groups and stuff. And it's been a bit of a whirlwind, but it's also been really fulfilling. I feel like I was saying it pretty much like later that night after our last comp, that I feel like we were able to condense, like, almost, it felt like years or even months of experience on the stage as a team in such a short period of time, especially with a lot of just changes to details, changes with formations, changes with people having to take a break or having other commitments on as well, which has been a challenge in and of itself, not so much just for me but also for the team to learn to adapt, but it's been cool because it's pushed us out of our comfort zones, like all of us, and it's forced the team to just like focus on the task ahead and just be adaptable and be able to prepare for whatever was to come, because week to week, training, rehearsal to rehearsal, especially in between comps, there was always like, we were watching the footage, we were watching the rehearsal footage, we were making little notes and adjustments on our own, and then we'd reconvene together, see what worked, see what didn't, and then just try to continue to progress and improve, the blueprint and the foundation of the set that we put on stage. And just for me, looking back at the journey of, from our very first comp back in mid-June, which was like the week before IDL, and then going on that trip, and then, having about a month or about 4 weeks to kind of like lock in our set, and then go into these 5 weeks straight of just competitions was crazy, but really, really fulfilling and really, really good. It was just a very wholesome overall experience. But maybe I'll go last, but like for you guys, like, bro, what was your take on, we'll just talk more so about, briefly about overall, but more so about the last couple comps. Yeah.
Yeah, well, so we had 2 weeks ago, we had our first comp for August, really, yeah? And it was the first time that I think as a unit we felt like this is it, like this feels good. And once we were on stage and we performed and we had left the stage, we all felt that way. It just felt so good. And then we pretty much went straight back to the lab and started to redefine our comp set for the following week. And there was a lot of challenges, and I think it was a bit of that fork in the road for a lot of us, whether we rest on our laurels or we strive for something even better than what had previously won. And I think in the second comp after we had finished, like, I think we were a bit unsure about how we were going to place, but I don't think it's because people were just resting on...
Wait, second comp is in what, like the time to shine or get the beat?
Oh, no, evolution.
Oh, okay, yeah, final.
Sorry, the final one, sorry. Yeah, the final one. Time to shine, was I even there?
Oh, no, but you said second, no, but you like said second comp, so I thought you were like...
Sorry, no, evolution. It felt like as though when we had left the stage, we were a bit apprehensive of the result, but it wasn't because of the fact that people were just resting on their laurels. It was actually because we had put in all this effort and it just didn't feel as though it was as good as it could have been. And I mean, the result said elsewise. Clearly, we were very happy with the result, but it reassured us, and it definitely reassured myself in that our own definitions of what might have missed or may not have landed may not actually translate the same way to the audience or a judge. And there's so many other defining factors of the performance that people seem to definitely enjoy, that, like, as people who are actually performing in that piece, we're so nitpicky about our individual things. So it was refreshing and, like I said, reassuring to definitely see there was an opportunity for us to kind of go pear-shaped, and we didn't do so. So very grateful, especially for someone who, like I said a few episodes ago, this is the first time in years that I've been on a comp circuit. And it's kind of re-energized me in a way too, in that healthy competitive nature, but also in a way where I can actually see other people in the crew also rise to the same occasion too. Yeah.
Cool. What about for you, sis? Because obviously, like, for part of it, you had to step down and take a break to focus on recovery with everything. But I mean, you were still at the comps when you could be showing up and supporting. So you got to see like a different perspective to us, especially like in the last couple of weeks as well. So yeah, what's your take on everything?
If anything, I'll be honest, I was really like low-key emotional because I wanted to be on stage with you guys so bad. I wanted to be on stage with you guys so bad, but I felt so just proud. Like, you can see the like efforts. I think that's the main thing. Like, just the effort, the passion, the drive, and just like how hungry you guys are for it and stuff. And yeah, it was really just wholesome being, I guess, being the one watching and stuff. Definitely felt FOMO not being on stage. I think just taking a step back, I'm like, I actually miss killing my body. Like, honestly, it's like you don't realize how good you have it until you get elements taken away for a bit. And I'm just like, damn. But yeah, like just watching you guys lock in and just like the attitude that everyone was having and stuff. Yeah, it's just like this is what it's about and stuff. So yeah, it was fun being on the side like watching and yeah. But yeah, definitely was like I want to be up there with my team. I was so FOMO, but I felt really emotional just because of how proud I felt of like all of yous and everyone and stuff. And yeah, so deserving and stuff. You know, you guys work hella hard
And stuff.
and stuff.
And proud. Nah, I like it. Shots. Mumsy, what's your take on? I mean, that was actually that was your first comp watching us live from all the comps that we've done, you know, since we started this year and stuff. So
Yeah. When you took me to the rehearsal the night before, and I was sitting there watching the crew go through your paces and all that sort of stuff, and in my mind, I'm remembering when you started dancing, and over the years, the thing that really stands out to me is, and I love watching it, is the passion. When people do something they love, it really shows on stage. And if you're not doing it because you love it, then it shows too. So I actually get a real buzz out of watching. No, I mean, I only knew your lot, Creed. I didn't know anybody else, but it was awesome to watch everybody getting out on that stage and just giving it your all. Because if you're not giving it your all, you're wasting your time. And that's why I always come back to the thing that if you're training, the whole point of having competition is to get better, improve yourself. So if you're not giving it 100% through the training, you don't get to feel how it feels when you actually hit that stage. Because if you can't handle it's the mental thing, I think, that can really make a difference. Because if you get psyched out by watching other people, or something just puts you off, you lose a piece of costume or whatever it is before you actually get on the stage, it can just throw you out completely. And that means that everybody else gets affected by it. So I just love being around it. And yes, I'm one of those people who feels. So everyone who knows me knows that if I watch a performance and I cry, for them it's a good thing because it means it's touched my heart. And I cried when I saw you guys on stage. So, maybe there was a little bit of, being mum, but I think I was just proud that you guys have put in the work and done what you needed to do to get yourselves there. So, hey, hats off. You guys are awesome.
Oh, kapa shot, Mum. My take on the comp recap, like those last 2 weeks were that was pressure cooker for the team as a whole. I mean, by then, like we had done the reps and the rounds of like getting on stage, performing in front of different crowds. Some there weren't really many people in the crowd, but like still we gave it our all. We banged it. But I think those last two comps, it was a big deal because those are like for Adelaide, those are like two of the biggest comps for like hip hop crews to kind of compete in, or studios and companies and stuff. And like even just looking down the list, like we were pretty much going against everyone and anyone that had a team or a company that were competing. So it was a big deal, not just because of the event itself, but also the lineup of crews that competed, which made for a tough competition, but a really good one as well, because that was something that I was curious to see how our team would, as individuals, but also as a team, just navigate the waves of emotion, the adrenaline, the stress, the pressure, walking past and seeing other teams rehearsing or whatever's happening, and just the mental side of things in terms of the preparation and that. But no, we did well. Very, very proud. And I've already said this to our team, so like I don't really need to reiterate it and stuff. But for me, like even without the placings or the medals, like I would still feel just as proud or good. Sure, like we reflected from our second last comp where we felt like that was the one. It wasn't the cleanest, and we definitely had a lot of very obvious to us mistakes and things that we would never normally do, that we did fix and tidy up. But then that's the beauty about getting on stage, is it's not always 100% guaranteed. You can perfect it and practice it behind closed doors in the studio at rehearsals or in your own time, but then all that matters is when you actually get on that stage in front of the judge, in front of the audience, in front of under the lights and in front of a crowd. Like that's a whole different ball game and level. But no, I tip my hat off to the team for just stepping up and just just holding it down. Like everyone just were locked in and stuff. And like I know that even now I haven't even had a chance to really process it, because it was literally just like one comp, watch the footage, take notes, prep for rehearsal, rehearse, prep notes, watch the footage, then compete, then go back, get the feedback, get the critique from the judges or whatever, and then next comp. So it was just like a non-stop whirlwind, which like I love that stuff in its seasons. So now that stuff is kind of done for now, and we have a bit of time in between, now we can actually shift gears and focus, change our focus into other aspects in preparation for the next season of things for the team for the remainder of this year. But all in all, it was great.
It was.
Yeah,
and those last two comps also, like having more people to compete against, that was a really nice feeling too, because like it just fleshed it out, and it just if for me I don't know if you guys felt the same way, but like even though it's a comp, it still feels like a performance first. Like it's just it felt like we actually gave it as a show first, and then a comp it's inevitably going to be a comp regardless. But it was really special to share the stage with the team.
Yeah. And then one last, if we're gonna wrap it up, do we have any other final thoughts before No, Mom? No. One final thing I just want to say is big appreciation, gratitude, and thanks to like all the either kids, parents, staff members for all the events, the organizers, the judges, the people that were like playing the music side stage and everything as well. Like if it wasn't for you guys being there or showing up or competing or supporting those events or even hosting those events and providing those platforms and opportunities, then teams like ourselves and the rest of our community here in Adelaide or even in Australia wouldn't have a place to be able to showcase their abilities and their skills and be able to, step on stage and represent as well. So big thank you to them, and then to all the parents and kids again that came up to either myself or any of the team. Like it means a lot, and it does. It's very humbling. Like for me, because I mean, Mum knows when I was like younger, and when I was first starting out and dancing, and we were going into like high schools and performing all these places, and when you let like the ego and the hype and the everyone wants to take a photo and talk to you and all that stuff, you let that kind of get to your head. So my thing with the team has always been, even before that stuff happened, like it's just cool that we're being acknowledged and people are wanting to come up and talk to us and say how much they either liked our performance or they're wanting to see our performances again. But I think it's just very important to me, to our team as a whole, especially like the younger ones in our group, to lead by example and just tell them like what I've been telling them is just be humble but hungry. There's nothing wrong with wanting to strive to be the best. There's nothing wrong with wanting to compete and push yourself. Whether other teams are there to compete or they're just there to showcase and just represent, like that's fine. But yeah, just keeping that as the focus and forefront of us to keep us centered and grounded. I think that's part of the reason why people have been drawn to us now, because obviously before all these comps, they wouldn't have really seen much from us because we've just been focused on preparing, and planting the seeds for what's come out now. And we're about to kind of head back into that phase again. And I'm just very excited to see what happens next and where we go next as a team and company. But yeah, thank you guys.
Okay, my topic now. So yeah, I obviously have been off for a little bit, just with my surgery, and it has been officially medically confirmed and diagnosed that your girl has endometriosis. Shocker. Yep. So yeah, I was actually offline. I think that was the most offline I've ever been.
Thank God.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it offline. I'm gonna be, yeah. But yeah, no, I just had like a lot of thoughts while actually taking a step back. And I think the thing for me, going from such a crazy schedule where I'm back to back non-stop, running on no sleep, and just always finding whatever crack in my tank, I guess, that will keep me going. But yeah, it felt really weird doing nothing. Yeah, it was a lot. I was just like, what do I do with myself? Like, but yeah, I think the thing as well, leading into surgery, it wasn't really hitting me until a doctor was walking me into the surgery operation room, and then I started getting like, not like anxious or panicky, but I'm like, who is about to happen? I'm very nervous. Had really lovely nurses and stuff, and yeah, just like my family and like just were amazing with my recovery. Yeah, I stayed with my family. I wasn't with these guys for 2 weeks, so the house was very quiet.
Yay.
But yeah, I think the thing I was really just like reflecting about is, I guess, just how intentional I was with my time and how like I was actively choosing to be offline. And also I was just letting my phone die all the time because I just never charge it. So that was also really why I was offline a lot. But yeah, I think the thing is like we all have quite hectic schedules and stuff. So I guess like, how do you guys feel like, with the time you currently have and stuff? Like, do you feel like, I guess like, how do you feel about, I don't know, things right now for yous and stuff? I just would be good to talk about, because I was reflecting a lot about how intentional I've become more with my time during that recovery, because I think it forced me to be. Like I was forced to be in that space, which was really needed, because I didn't realize, I guess, how disconnected I was feeling in some ways and stuff. So yeah, I don't know, I just thought I'd open the floor if you guys have any thoughts.
Well, like in your famous words, you would say I was functioning on dysfunction.
Bruh.
Not in a bad way, but like that's like, let's be real. Like, between dealing with, the physical limitations that comes with endo, and like obviously for us that live with you and kind of seeing, the effects beyond just like sometimes you're not able to do certain things, or sometimes like it's limited you in more ways than one. It's very, like, for me, it's like very eye-opening, because I'm aware, I knew what it was, but I've never actually known anybody and I've never been around somebody long enough to kind of see the effects, other than like they're feeling a little flat or they're just not able to do something here and there today. So I think the good thing about what you're saying for you, which is stuff that we've spoken about, is trying to simplify and not work as hard as you have been, but just sometimes less is more. And like obviously that was a needed break for you to reflect and like reassess stuff, which is good. So that's like where I was at an earlier point in my life, where I was just like, look, if I want my circumstances in my life to change or improve in certain aspects, then I need to make those changes, or I need to just change those certain habits or behaviors or whatever. And by me doing that and just kind of sticking to the routine and trusting in the process and giving it time and just really like constantly reflecting and reassessing what works, what doesn't. And then accepting that if there's a goal that I know that I'm trying to get to, or something that I want to work towards or achieve, accepting that means that I'm going to have to sacrifice or miss out on certain things. And for me, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm always willing to make that sacrifice because I've done it so many times in my life. And I mean, my mum's seen it in various different ways throughout my dance career or just in life in general, to where betting on yourself goes a lot further, but it's also a lot harder. But now I'm at a point to where like I could do a lot more things and like add to my workload. But for me, what's important is keeping the main thing. And my main thing right now at this point is focusing on the creed, the company, as well as the business side, as well as the team, as well as just trying to figure out other ways to build and expand and develop and whatever that avenues that leads to. So as much as I probably could have just come out off rip and just been like, I'm doing this, and this all at the same time, it wouldn't have been done to the same level of quality. Or if it was going to take a hell of a lot longer and it would have been way harder because I can't properly juggle or cater to those things. So for me, like I'm at a good point in terms of I found my balance, but now it's just accepting with what I do is there's going to be definitely seasons of hecticness and busyness, and like we've just finished one, but now it's starting all over again, the cycle to prepare for the next one. But I don't mind that because that's what I signed up for. That's what I want to do. And if that's what it takes to get to where I want to get to, then I'm happy to do it. But yeah, dudes.
Well said. And what about you?
I think at this point in my life, it's just sort of like redefining what is and isn't important for me. And I think one of the hardest challenges I've had, and we've said this constantly before, is like being able to say no and being able to sort of just like reclaim my time and energy and everything, and just allowing myself to be a bit more greedy for myself to be able to recharge. I'm definitely the type of person that burns at both ends of the candle. So to not do that is very weird. I'm definitely still adjusting to it, but it's refreshing because I'm at a point now in my life where I'm just sort of dictating firstly, recognizing that I'm able to decide and make decisions for myself in that sort of way, as opposed to feeling as though there's always a greater force above me, whether that's like, from management at work, or whether that is from, feeling a sense of like unworthiness or whatever. And just being, I think ultimately being able to redefine my life choices and actually take the lead for my own life, as opposed to being some little female dog about it.
Woof, woof.
Yeah,
No little biddies in this
yeah,
house.
that's right. And it's hard actually because, and I think Dion can definitely relate to this, establishing a company this year, that it's like, it's hard to establish a sense of independence, whether that is in a business venture, whether that's in finding your creative outlets, whether that is just navigating life in general. It's not easy because a lot of the times the systems are designed for you to just follow and be a bit of a sheep. So but yeah, I think, like I said, it's just kind of a bit of a reestablishing sort of time in my life. And it's hard because, funnily enough, I think one of the biggest challenges, like you said, is feeling okay with using the time for yourself, and being able to actually slow down, whether it's mentally or physically. Like, it's weird, isn't it? But
It was definitely that was the first thing. The first week, I was just like, what do I do? But I mean, I wasn't allowed to physically really move much, nor could I. But I was just like, I don't like this. This feels really like this. In a way, it was very discomforting because I'm so used to just go, go, go. And I was just like, I'm not used to just, I guess, like being still. And so, like, in a way that it's just like, I guess, just sitting with things and stuff. And I think because it was such a big procedure as well, and being around my family, I was just like, what? Everything else out of sight, out of mind and stuff. I think, with some of like the diversities and like the stuff that has gone on this year, like, is it diversities? Wait, is it? No, I feel
I don't know what you're trying to say.
No, like, oh my god, I'm having honestly.
Where
Who's
did
diverse?
No, not the diverse. What is the specific?
Diaspora?
No.
What are you trying to describe?
Okay, well, just I guess problems and stuff. It's
Diversity is
no,
Adversity.
It was, thank
Adversity.
you. I knew it was something.
It's silly.
Shout out to my translators. Anyway.
Oh my days.
Yeah. That hurt more than the surgery. My brain.
You trying to describe that hurt more than the surgery too.
But
I don't know where she was going, so I was like, are we talking
yes.
She was going nowhere.
adversity?
Adversities. My bad. Oh my gosh.
Diaspora.
Well, because she was saying D, and I was like, are you talking about like a wide range?
Okay,
Or?
so basically, I think because like I was in a place where I was really having to like, okay, this is a big thing. It's my health, and I mean, obviously, it felt super validating and stuff. And I mean, like one thing, my surgeon as well, like bless her, she's phenom. Recommend her to everyone. Shout out Dr. Tran. But yeah, I think the thing as well, it was very bittersweet, the feeling post surgery, because it has taken me so many years to just constantly advocating for myself, going through so many different doctors and she just validated things like that and was like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, that's it? She's like, yeah. And I was just like, I'm not used to this and stuff, which is really insane because that is basically the system women experience like on a day-to-day basis and stuff. So, I mean, it's nice to know. It's a bit that it's like, okay, like it's confirmed that this is the chronic illness I have, but it's very validating that like I'm not being dramatic. Like my body really does work against me sometimes, but yeah, I think just like, yeah, what I was like saying before and stuff, just having to be forced to recover and just being around my families, it just made me really being around my family. It just made me really reflect that like all the problems that have happened this year, last year, it doesn't matter and stuff. And, and that's where I was like, I'm feeling more intentional just with myself, with my time. And I guess just being at peace. I think that's the main thing I'm trying to get at. Because I'm like, I don't know. I feel like amongst the chaos, I don't feel like I get moments like that often and stuff. I'll get to be giving grace and stuff. So if anything, I'm like, here's to creating grace and stuff. But yeah, but also like question for you as well. Like, what are your thoughts? I guess like, just time, being intentional, like your own thoughts and feelings.
I remember many moons ago when I was your age and the challenges that life brings you, and feeling like you're constantly chasing your tail, and it's like you don't know where the hell you're going, but you're working damn hard to get there, and the sacrifices that you have to make, because you have to make a choice. At some point, we all have to make a choice. And that's freaking scary because you don't want to miss out on all these other things. But at some point we have to make those choices. And like me coming here, the plan is that, 6 months ago I made the choice. I said I'm going to come here to live, to be closer to Dion. And that was scary because the 30-something years we've lived in Australia, we've lived in Brisbane. That's where Dion was born. That's where Rex, my husband, and I moved to when we first came over here. So the move to here is like, oh God, starting all over again, but Rex is not beside me. But the sacrifice is to be closer to Dion. That's the bottom line for me. So I understand all those sorts of things, but yeah, it does come down to making a decision. Once a decision is made, things seem to be a lot easier because you have a path you're heading now. So yeah, that's my 2 cents worth.
No, true. And then like going off what Mum said is like making decision is important because when you hesitate, life is going to move past you. And like it's better. I'm not saying actually there's a saying like slow motion is better than no motion. So like it's better for me it's more important to be focused on the direction you're going as opposed to just running the rat race of just like, I got to go to work, then I got to do this, then I got to go to the gym, and then I got to wake up, then I got to go do it again. And then like I don't have time to I don't make time to set goals and prioritize what I want to get out of life and what I want to make my life out to be, whether it's, living the traditional quote unquote dream of owning and buying land, having a house and married kids, whatever your goal is, those sort of things. So those are like definitely some things that like have helped me like move the way that I'm moving now. And just in general, that's always kind of kept me grounded and centered to be like, even if it seems like there's nothing happening and it's quiet and low key on the surface, it's because I want to be intentional of my time. But I'm also mindful that, and I've had conversations with people about this, like you can't expect to have, if you know what you want to do, you can't expect to have the plan from start to finish and every single detail in between mapped out for you. You've got to go out on blind faith and trust that like what you want to do is what you want to do. Once you've made that choice, just commit to it. The worst thing that happens is like you fall short, or if it doesn't work out or it's a hot mess and you're back to where you started, where you're not even doing it anyway. So, it's more so just a matter of ego and just being like, do I want to put myself through that and publicly put it on the line that, hey, I'm doing this, or I'm starting a business or whatever. And that's where a lot of people get stuck. So yeah, I just encourage people to take some more risks and then like just live the life that you want to live, but you've just got to be willing to put the work in towards that.
Well said. Well, yeah, with that being said, just want to say shout out to my family for looking after me for the last 2 weeks. I'm sure they're sick of me. But also it was really nice just like, seeing you guys as well during that time. Because obviously I was away for a bit and stuff. But also it's like seeing like all of you and the crew. It made me a little bit emotional and just very like loved and supported and stuff. So if anything, that's the real medicine. Oh, okay. Bye.
All right, and to finish off, we're going to talk about something that I've been reading recently, which is Laura Roach's book. It's called How to Build a Fashion Icon. If you don't know who Laura Roach is, you've been living under a rock. But basically, he is the first ever image architect. He is Zendaya's personal stylist alongside many other celebrities and icons. I just thought it would be a really good opportunity to bring up some of the things that he writes about. The book is mainly about confidence, and a lot of the things that we've discussed is about sort of taking a leap of faith, hey, whether it is for health, whether it's for the crew, or any sort of ventures, or redefining your life in general. I think confidence is one of the key things that like we talk about in general, and we really think that like we know what confidence is, and it seems like it's something that just makes sense. But some of the things that I think we forget is mistaking the sort of exercises and strategies to build up confidence and confusing it with ego and pride. And I just thought I would do this one here, and then that it's been 2 weeks without hearing a mallet, so we've got to bring Gavin back. And obviously, what better opportunity to get Auntie involved as well than to, get Miss Handyman with the mallet. So I just thought I'd read this out. One of the chapters he talks about is start building your confidence. And one section he says, how you talk to yourself matters. And he says, how you speak to yourself affects not only your daily mood, but it can transform the way you see yourself. Start by monitoring your inner dialogue throughout the day. Replace any self-criticism and negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Replace self-doubt with self-compassion and remind yourself of your strengths and accomplishments. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I will do my best and I can learn from my mistakes. Remember, don't compare yourself to anyone. What's for you is for you, and there is only one of you. Live and excel in that fact, which I just thought was it was quite serendipitous to read that at the point in my life, because I'm redefining my own life chapter as well. And so then it goes into this part. Acknowledge your strengths. If your first instinct to say, but Law, what if I don't have strengths to acknowledge? I would say you need to push past that and dig a little bit deeper. Everyone has strengths, no matter how big or small, that are unique to you. Make a list of your strengths, skills, and past achievements, starting with I am really great at, or no one can do blank the way that I can. Reminding yourself of your past can give you more stability moving into your future. Then make one of these positive affirmations or strengths into the screensaver on your phone, because it's the thing that you open the most. You'll read it so many times that it will become ingrained. Try it for a day, a week, or 6 months, and then change it. It's like having your own little Law Roach whispering in your ear. I don't know if I could do that part. imagine him being like, no. Then it also goes into vocalizing your strengths, and I think this is one of the big takeaways. So now you say out loud what you want to believe. Share your wins and accomplishments vocally with others. It might feel uncomfortable at first to walk into a party and say, damn, I look good today. Or to sit at your family dinner and start saying, I did really good today. But it's important. Start by vocalizing to yourself in the mirror and then do so with others. People will start to see you as you see yourself. And most importantly, you'll start to believe it even if you don't at first. Then from there, it starts talking about developing new skills and broadening the scope of what you're good at, celebrating small wins as well, and understanding that there's no failures but just learning opportunities. And I know for us as like a household, we're pretty good at making sure and reminding ourselves that like in tough times, it's not necessarily a reflection of what we're not doing, but an opportunity to rise above it. But the thing that he says a lot is that confidence isn't a mindset, but it's a muscle and it requires training. Mm-hmm. And it's something that if you leave to go untrained, it can just go awry. And the other thing in extension of that is to say that it's also never too late to start over again and start from ground zero. So with that, he also uses a few quotes and I'm just like, oh, I've never thought of it like that. For example, he says, perhaps the greatest risk any of us will ever take is to be seen as we truly are. And that was Fairy Godmother and Cinderella.
Ooh,
How
like
special is that?
So,
hey?
I got goosies from that.
Yeah. So, Auntie, meet Gavin. Gavin, meet Auntie. It's a mallet.
Oh.
Yep, every time. So, I thought it would be really nice to just sort of utilize this time to exercise some of the things that we were just talking about. In particular, voicing what we know we're good at. And being able to celebrate the wins. No wrong answers. And after that as well, I'm going to wrap it up with a bit of a send-off challenge to the viewers. So, who wants to go first?
When you were talking, so I was like, I'll go. But but when you were talking about like just like the little affirmations, I actually on my phone, there's like this app you can download.
Oh, it changes every day?
Yeah, and it's like just little affirmations. So it's like the first thing I see when I open my phone. Yeah, I think I really liked what like he said by that, because I do think like the way you talk to yourself really does reflect how really reflects to others. But before I get, what was the question again? Sorry.
I'll go first.
I was just like, because I lost my train of thought.
She was like, I'll go first. I really want to use the mallet. No, put it down. No, the thing that we're doing is we're going to be acknowledging our accomplishments, your wins, things that you're good at. Okay. What did you kill? Like, what did... metaphorically.
Endo.
Like, I killed that.
Endo.
Literally.
Yeah.
No, like legit though.
Yeah, well, literally. Bye. Well, yeah, I mean, that was obviously a huge accomplishment for me. I just get so nervous hitting it. And I think one of my strengths that I am really proud of is my resilience. I think life has been cruel in many ways, but I rise always.
Period.
Yeah, and my kindness. Okay.
That's
But
enough.
Don't take advantage. All right.
Bro, do you need a minute to cook?
I don't know. I don't like. My thing is, I don't like to. Like, I get the purpose of the exercises to like publicly vocalize, or not publicly, but just to like vocalize out loud those things. But like, we're very like reserved, and it's not a bad thing, but like we're very reserved and like
Look at
kinda keep it to ourselves, sort of thing. So for me, it's weird because like a lot of the actually, no, I can, without going too far off tangent, or not off tangent, without going too far off topic. The self-talk thing I've got on lock because you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, like as far as that stuff. So like that for me is like an automatic thing. But then even in those moments where I maybe not question myself, but like either need to recenter, refocus, or need reassurance in whatever capacity or whatever, like having those people that I can lean on and trust and stuff to be able to have those conversations with, and just to like, in some instances, I just need them to G me up before whatever's about to happen in my life or wherever the direction or choice I'm about to make. So having them is good. But in terms of like when, like I think it's just the fact that we've made it this far with Creed.
Period.
Yeah, I mean, but also that, you know, although we've made it this far, we didn't come this far just to get here and that's it. Like Nipsey Hussle says, if you're working towards like a goal or like a vision or something, it's better to just keep going forward or keep working towards it as opposed to turning around, quitting and giving up, because you're already halfway there just by making the choice and trying it. So yeah, and then last but not least, in the famous words of my brother, we rise and rise again until lambs become lions. Bam.
The table broken. Auntie, what about you?
Oh, I've been trying to think of something that I might be able to contribute to the group, but Dion was quite true when he said, I come from a background where we don't, others say how we're doing.
Yeah.
We don't spout ourselves. And it's a complete opposite, but it's just the way I was brought up. So instead of me saying about me, I'd be going, okay, you tell them what you think I'm worth.
Yeah, you let other people
People speak for about you, because it's more honest, because it's them seeing you. So, and things like for instance, me moving, making the decision to come here to live. It's been a long process because I had to trust, I have to trust other people, and that's really hard.
Screw that.
Yeah, it's really hard when you're used to having your partner there and he's not there anymore. So you have to believe in yourself and find other people who you know are with you.
Yeah,
and
but
will
also
support you.
like with our family, like especially for my mum, like I know most people don't like to ask for help, but like we're really like we'd rather try to do it ourselves every which way and not inconvenience or put people on the spot or out of their way and sort of thing. So that's another factor.
I mean, it's easy to say I'm fine than hey, I actually need help. It's harder to say that.
Yeah, it's harder to open up that dialogue, isn't it?
Yeah, but when you do, people know, oh, she really needs help.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a bit of a journey because I'm the greatest procrastinator in the world.
We were talking about this the other night. I was like, yep, I feel that. I'm the procrastinator.
So, the fact that because my cousin said to me, she said, do you feel like you're being pushed by the real estate agents to move too quickly? I says, well, it's taken me so long to get my A into G to this point that I'm just grateful to be moving,
Fair enough.
Yeah, but that's
Well, that's your thing.
Mm.
You're making moves. You've got a new chapter in life.
yes.
Go on.
Oh,
Period.
Oh wait, and one last thing. This is
Oh.
just no, like just well, wasn't gonna say this, but I'll say this. Just for future reference. Just be mindful when you're in a public setting. You never know who's sitting where and who says what. That's all I'll say.
We're having a conversation after the cameras are cut. What the heck?
Okay, let me clarify a little bit. Mum was sitting at the comp on the weekend and overheard
Oh,
people
no.
talking about stuff. And
Well,
my mum's not what like if my mum was any of her cousins, my aunties or any of our other fiery whanaunga, it would have been a very different outcome this event. But
they're lucky I came
but
late.
just be mindful, guys.
That's
Now you
correct.
have seen the name, the face and stuff. Yeah, that's Mama Creed. So
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
know
watch it.
that her eyes are deadly. When they roll up there, it's game over. For me, I had a few, but I think, and I posted it on my story because I went for a little run, and like for me, it was like a little bit of a win because I got a new PB. And for anyone who knows, I suck at running, but I managed to just sit at a cafe and just enjoy my time for the moment. And I just wrote like things and thankful and grateful for moments like this, just being able to slow down a little bit. Thankful and grateful for my body for carrying out my mind's intentions, and my emotions for reassuring me of my worth and my boundaries as well.
hell yeah.
Period.
Wait, hold up as well. No, hit it. One thing I do want to say, bro, is like we've obviously all had like a bit of a ringer of a year, like in good and bad, like just challenges and adversities and stuff. But like you know, especially like since the last like few months and stuff, like bro, like proud of how, you know, through everything that's happened and everything that you're, you know, going through in this season and moving forward, like I'm proud to see like where you're at now, and just in terms of like how just locked in and intentional you are with what you're doing and the way you're going about things. And
I'm
yeah, it's
getting
cool,
there. I'm getting there. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I haven't cracked it yet, but it's still in the developmental stages. But and I guess that's sort of the thing as well. Maybe that's partly why, like, even when you were saying for yourself, it's like, oh, I don't really do this sort of stuff. As for example, I think it's also to do with that we're all in different stages of life, and I think this is actually really exciting to be on the same table. And I wish we could have probably talked a little bit more about this, but like, in a way, we've got 4 generations in one table. I know you're after 2000, you're a different
Period.
generation.
In other words, I'm young.
You're a fetus. Shut up.
get it, diversity. Get it, diversity. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Diaspora. I was thinking, when did it become a race issue? No, but the way that you're navigating life now versus how I navigated life at your age versus yours for us and vice versa. It's very interesting to see how at different ages we're all kind of going through similar stuff. It's for me as well, being in the middle, it's reassuring to know that like, and I've spoken to other friends as well who are a little bit older than myself, that like they didn't start getting their ish together until like early 30s as well, and like really unlocking their own potential and identity and idea of self-worth beyond, I don't know, the employer or that constant, you know? So, I mean, some of the other things, going back to what we were saying about the book, some of the things that I had also identified within, like, you know, when he says, like, I'm really good at blank and whatever. It's like, for me, I just wanted to put out there that, like, I know that I'm really good at being able to lead and make things happen. I know that I'm also really good at leading from the front, but also leading from behind as well. And I'm also, I think now as well, I've just developed a new understanding for being able to be available for other people to step into my life, which is kind of hard to understand and explain. But I think it's, at the end of the day, it's an understanding of self-worth, and then allowing yourself to be able to choose, as opposed to letting people just letting themselves in. And I guess that's a part of like my coming of age. So with that, I wanted to personally at every individual in Creed Dance Company to to also consider the same things. What are you good at? And what are you proud of within yourself? And sound off. I'm going to at every single one of you in the place. So
Period.
with that, I hope this Wednesday is a great one. I hope that the rest of the week is a great one for you. Thanks so much, Auntie, for being on today. Thank you for bearing your face to the public. No, it's very not embarrassing, but like everything's on show, so better be on my best behaviour. And I know the three of us are thinking the same thing too. It's like, we can't mess up. Let us know how your weeks are going. Let us know what your strengths are. And let us know if you're overcome any adversities.
But also, just want to say, shout out to Andrea.
Yeah.
You a real one. We were at comp and she's like, where's the episode? Bless you. Love you. I felt so seen when she said that.
Holding us
Oh,
accountable.
I felt so seen when she said that. I'm like, you're a real one. We love you.
Next time, if that ever happens, hopefully not, it doesn't happen. But if you're never present, don't worry, we'll still run the episode. And with that, I'm Aki.
I'm Rini.
I'm Dion.
I'm Mum.
And we are the three
Wise.
Cousins.